Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the Hair to Dog podcast. We about to turn up once again. I got my boy with me here for some good conversation. Not only is he an entrepreneur, but he's also a good friend. So make some noise for my boy Dion.
What's cracking? What's up, everybody?
For
Thank you
sh-
for having me here, bro.
for
Been waiting to
sure,
get
for
on your
sure, brother.
platform, G.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, bro. We about to have a good time, man. We just about to, you know what I'm saying, have a conversation. We usually would be having a drink right now, but I can't drink right now, but you know what I'm saying? We did have a little smoke sesh outside, so we still vibing. We still got high vibrations. So let's get it done. How I like to start always is with a mental health check-in. You know what I'm saying? So I always like to ask my guests. You know what I mean? I ask every guest since this started. Um, how they doing, man? What's your life like? What's going on in your brain, man? How you feeling?
Hey, thanks for asking, brother. I can't complain, man. Life is good. I woke up this morning, you know? So, hey, I ain't got too much to say about that.
That's good. That's good, bro. That's good. That's good. Heck yeah, man. For me, mental health check-in. For me, I'm doing all right. Ain't no complaints, man. I'm staying busy. As long as I'm staying busy, that means I ain't staying bored. You know what I mean? Because if I'm bored, then I'm probably being stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Just gotta keep swimming out here. You know what I'm saying? Just keep swimming out
I
here.
heard that.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Um, Shit, we almost at the end of the first quarter of the year. You know what I'm saying? March 31st would be the end of the first quarter. But let's talk about. Give me a little recap of your 2024, my brother. Give me some of the highlights of your 2024.
Wow. All right. 2024. That was a good year, man. Went on a cruise for the first time.
Oh, cruise, nice, nice. What how many give me just name a few places that you got to see while you were on this cruise.
Yeah, we went to the Caribbeans, man. So we checked out the Bahamas.
Nice,
We checked out Turks and Caicos, Private
nice,
Island. A few
nice.
days on the water. It was nice, man. If you haven't done it, it's definitely something I would highly recommend experiencing at least one time. If you're
Yeah,
scared
man.
of
I
the
be
water,
I be wanting to do the cruise, but I can't swim. So you know what I'm saying. Fuck around, something happen.
what, bro? You ain't had no YMCA like
Yeah,
around the corner where he's from, and they was teaching people how to swim.
yeah, man. Man, you right. I probably do need to learn how to swim, but I learn how to swim whenever my kids when my kids go to their
Yeah.
classes. I learn that.
I learned at the YMCA when I was young, and it was the place is called Sassoon. I'm from Fairfield, so Fairfield Sassoon's two cities separated by some train tracks.
Mm.
So there was a YMCA right over there. That's where I would normally be in the summer after school. So my mom put me in there. I had a bad experience growing up. I fell off a jet
Diving,
ski.
a jet ski.
Yeah, I thought I was finna drown.
You ain't had no life jacket
I
on.
believe I had one on. I'm pretty sure. I can't recall. You feel me? It was so long
So long ago,
ago.
yeah.
But that experience, my mom's like, "Yup, you finna learn how to swim, boy."
Yeah. Nah. It's definitely a somebody got to add to my repertoire just for some survival shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm too old to not know how to swim. I knew how to swim when I was a young boy, but I don't even know. I don't know what happened. And the crazy thing is, like, I could do like like 4 or 5 different like strokes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I can't tread water. I can't just sit there.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be the killer. You know what I mean? Like, if we get dropped in the middle of the ocean somewhere, nigga, and there ain't no edge to swim to, it's up for your boy. You know what I mean? Once I catch a cramp, it's over. It's
Yeah,
shark food. You feel me?
yeah. Hey, I wish I could, give you some pointers. I'm not an expert, or anything like that. But all I can say is, at least try to doggy paddle.
I feel you.
You
I
feel
feel
me?
you. I feel you. I'm gonna try something. All right, that's one. Give me two more. Give me two more highlights of 2024,
Oh
man.
yeah, so 2024. What else happened? We dropped a whole bunch of merch. We for my clothing brand. I'm a co-owner with one of my homies in New Mexico. We dropped a lot of merch. We tried to step out of the box this past year. Doing things a little different. Not necessarily trying to stick with what everybody else is doing, but trying to you know keep our creative integrity with what we felt, how we wanted to express the brand. So we did a few things different, and we learned a lot from that. So I would say that was one key takeaway from last year that gave me a lot of confidence to do what we want to do with the brand this year.
Hell
So
yeah.
other than like the clothing line and stuff like and traveling, last year I also got an opportunity, for a new job in industry I went to school for. So that was monumental for me as well.
Congratulations on that.
I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah,
We can
that's
talk
dope,
about
bro.
that later, you
Yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah. We definitely gonna get into that.
So,
It's in my
it
notes.
was definitely a dope opportunity for that to happen, understanding the state of the economy right now with, a lot of people aren't employed and stuff like that. So I'm blessed to have the opportunity. I'm blessed to wake up this morning. I love to travel, so traveling was one thing I like to put as a priority with my
Right,
free time.
right. No, for
You
sure.
know,
Yeah, you always busting the move. That's one thing I appreciate about you. My boy always out there busting the move. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got me on the spot with the last year highlights. It was a lot of stuff that happened. Just I tried to have as much motion as possible, but without doing too much without my means and staying in my lane.
Right. No, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like some motherfuckers be doing too much and not enough, and some niggas be doing not enough and too. You know what I mean? And it's too little. You know what I'm saying? But it's finding that sweet spot and then making it work for you. So like you said, you create that motion, and once that inertia keep going, just like you know what I'm saying, we just gonna let gravity take that thing on a forever cruise.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like. But all right, yeah, man, that's what's up, man. That's some good highlights from 2024, my brother. We're gonna segue right into it. What is some of your goals for 2025? Just give me like one or two. Give me two
Some of
goals
my
for
goals for
2025. Yeah.
2025.
Something you want to get done before this calendar year is over.
Before 2025 is up, I definitely want to have something planned out from some. Nah, that's I got some for
Yeah,
2025.
don't give away none of no sauce, but just you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I know you got a whole bunch of shit in the works. Just give us something that you can say. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
all right. Um, I want to plan this trip out the country. Um, you know, back to the traveling aspect. I want to.
With Africa,
Um,
Africa.
yeah, I'm planning on going to Egypt.
Oh, Egypt. Okay.
Yeah, with my
Yeah.
auntie. Yep.
Okay, that's
So,
fire.
yeah, that was one thing we got planning in the works. So, we want to get on that early, and thank ourselves later
Yeah,
that we did.
you going to see where the aliens put the pyramids?
Hey, I don't know what's going on out there, but that's why I want to take a trip to find out.
Yeah, man, I feel
You
that.
ever thought about going to Egypt, Africa,
Um,
Morocco,
yeah,
North Africa,
I've thought
South
about,
Africa?
yeah, I thought about going a bunch of places. See, my thing is, I don't really like flying that much, and that's a
Mm.
long flight. But I think, I'd be down for it. Not anytime soon though. They gotta get this bullshit under control where these motherfucking planes are just falling out of the sky because they want to
Oh yeah,
type shit, crashing
that
into helicopters, all types
yeah,
of bullshit just
that's
going on.
wild.
Yeah, nah, we ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping my ass right chunk for a little while until they get that shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need at least like 100,000 straight flights with no accidents before I can. You know what I mean? I need them to get a good batting average again.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because they in the slump right now with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's for sure. Okay.
Hey, another thing for 2025, it'll be dope. I got this guitar in my garage I got from my grandma. My grandma was married to a Puerto Rican man at one point. That's why my mom's last name is Quiones. He signed my mom's birth certificate, so he gave my grandma a guitar, acoustic guitar, and I now have it. So I would love to learn that. Last year I was trying to make some progress, learn how to play it, but didn't make much time for it. It was a busy year, so if I could make some time this year for it, it'd be cool because it's just sitting there getting dusty, and I think I think she'll like if to see me, I made use of something she gave me.
Yeah, that'd be dope. And just you know what I mean, channeling her through that. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope.
Type shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right. So that's a good segue. Let's talk about your upbringing, man. Start from the very beginning. You said you're from Fairfield, right?
Yeah, my family originally from Richmond.
Richmond.
Yeah, Richmond, California, right over the Carquinez Bridge.
Okay.
Right over that you got Vallejo, then you got Fairfield. So that's where my mom brought me because she was like, "Hell nah, you ain't finna do what I had to do out there. I'm finna make sure you got a better life." So
Right.
once my mom got her opportunity in the medical field, she went to Fairfield and raised me. I think I was around 6, 5. I was young, but like old enough to like start getting into sports and getting into the community and getting involved with things going on.
Mm.
So if she needed to work, there was a program that I was eligible to be going into. So
Right.
everything worked out timing wise
Is
for us.
during this time you got brothers and sisters? Yeah, is dad
It was
around?
just me and my
Just
moms.
just you and mom Dukes just
Yep, it was just me
riding
and my
out.
moms at that time. Yeah. My pops was in Pittsburgh at the time. That's where my pops is from Oakland, but majority of our family is from Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh,
Antioch,
is there Pittsburgh in
that
California?
region. Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, my mom brought me to Fairfield, and I went to I think the elementary school is called Anacao. I ain't thought about that place in how long. Then I went to Sassoon Elementary. Then I went to Crystal Middle.
Mm.
Then I went to Rodriguez High School.
And you playing? What you doing? What you running track, playing football?
Started
during this
off
time?
playing basketball,
Oh, you was
man.
hooping? You know you trash.
Yeah, I played
Nah, I'm fucking with
basketball.
you.
You crazy. I was him at a young age. Didn't even realize, but I was just, everybody around me was active and was like that.
Right.
So that was a cool part about it. So I was able to have a cool upbringing, super involved with a lot of, it was a melting pot where I was from. So,
Right.
I got all different type of friends from different ethnicities and stuff like that. None of that, what didn't matter. We was all, in summer camp, playing sports, just getting out of school ready to, exert the rest of the energy we got before we had to go home and do homework.
Exactly.
You feel me?
I remember those days.
Yeah, so I had a cool upbringing thanks to getting into sports at a young age. You feel me? Playing basketball was my thing at the time. And then football was cool, but I more so excelled in basketball.
And this is when, like in middle school at this time?
Yeah, elementary through middle, high school, I was playing basketball, but then football came into the picture like my junior year. A lot of the
You only played football your junior year in high school?
I started, I believe, it was my junior year of high school is when I got back into football. I was a Fairfield baller. I was playing basketball for
you
years.
should have been.
Man.
Should have been somebody running back somewhere this whole time.
Yeah, but I was like trying to be like Mike.
Bro. I
You
respect
feel
it.
me?
Because I was too, so I respect it. I know exactly how.
I was
what
trying
you
to be
mean.
like Mike, man. So yeah, basketball was my thing, and then football just came naturally. As I realized, I had this athleticism.
Mhm.
So yeah, then I got with a group of homies after high school. We went to Santa Rosa, played ball there, junior college. Had a blast.
JUCO.
Yep. Then I left there, came up to Vacaville, started working retail for a minute. That's kind of like when I got like my identity and my sense of fashion,
Mm.
and trying to get like a feel for how I like to put on, my gear.
Where's you working at retail? Like in the mall somewhere? Type shit,
Man,
or?
I had a few jobs. My first ones was sports athletics in the Fairfield Mall. I was like flipping hats and jerseys and stuff like that.
Right.
Out
Okay,
the front
gotcha.
and back though. It
Yeah,
was
that's
a
probably
good.
a good time
It
too.
was a good time, man. Shout out to the team over there, man. Everybody. And so then I moved on to True Religion. So that's what I learned about jeans.
No, a whole lot of shit fell off the
high-end
truck in that
fashion,
motherfucker.
retail. Yeah, it was right next to like Gucci and Polo, all these other stores like that. So I learned a lot, during that time of my year
Facts.
within that retail experience.
That's dope.
And,
That's
and
dope.
then I came up here to Shasta, bro. I came up here to Shasta.
What was your original reason for coming up here?
I was like, I'm done working. Like I could, not that I'm like done working, but I know that there's more opportunity for me somewhere else than just working here. So I'm done working here as of now. That's what I was feeling.
So what made you just say Redding though? What you just look on the map like, fuck, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try here. I'm gonna go a little north.
You always gotta have somebody somewhere in order for you to go there.
Right. Okay.
For the most part, So I had a homie up here, my homie Scooter. Shout out Scooter, the homie.
For sure.
Yeah, man, super day one. Came up with bro playing football, playing basketball. He was already up here originally, and then I was while we all went to majority of us went to Santa Rosa Junior College. So I came up here because I knew bro was up here doing his thing. Came up here,
That's super dope.
He gave me a spot to stay,
Come on, bro. I got you. Come up here.
Yeah.
It's slow, but we can get this thing
You
moving.
planted that seed. It's been growing ever since.
Yeah.
Got an opportunity to play football in another state, in New Mexico, full ride scholarship. out of here. You know, after we went, I think we went like 10-0, 11-0 out here at Shasta. So that was a good time and a great opportunity. Played
Hmm.
ball in New Mexico, like I was saying, and man, now I'm back out here after graduating. You know, got this opportunity to, keep growing.
Hell yeah, bro. That's what's up, man. Damn, that's a fucking heck of a story, bro. You played football with, just wind up coming out here, and now you just out here because he like, bro, I got nigga. You guys need a spot to say, come on, come on. You know, I
Right.
rock with you. Come on, we about to get this shit up out the off the muscle type shit.
Yeah, nah, he a real one.
That's what's
Shout
up.
out.
That's what's up, bro. All right, then yeah. All right, then you I was gonna say I was gonna bring it up, but you already brought it up. You said you played football in New Mexico State for a little bit.
Yeah, we could double back and then all that. I was just briefly flying through it so we can make sure,
Yes. All right. So
we
yeah,
don't
let's get
cover
into that.
anything.
How was that?
Balling in New
Is
Mexico?
that D1 school, right?
Oh man, New Mexico. So I went to a D2.
That's D2 school. Okay,
Yeah,
bad, bad,
I went
bad.
to Eastern New Mexico. Yep, Eastern New Mexico University. Shout out to everybody there, man.
That's fire.
Yeah, big ups.
It's a football school too, ain't it? Or is
Man,
it?
they
Is
got a
it
good
basket?
they got a good basketball team as well.
Word.
Everybody in track and field was doing their thing as well, and I believe the soccer team too was doing their thing. That's as far as I know. But football, bro, is hell of an experience. Hey, what's crazy too is that there was another dude out there. He was from where I was from. He was from Fairfield.
Hmm.
He just went to a different high school, and he was out there in New Mexico too.
That's
I'm just
crazy.
like, what? Like, what
That's
did you
small
do?
world.
You feel me?
Yeah,
It's
just small world type shit.
crazy, dog. So, New Mexico, man, I appreciated that place because as soon as you get off the plane, it's a whole bunch of culture and tradition you just um, smacked in the face with. As soon as you get off, you could see it throughout the architecture. How they're setting up. The community and the town. They got art everywhere. It's a super it's a super dope place to go to and check out, man. They keep their culture intact. They preserved it well. I appreciate that place for sure.
That's dope. So how long did you go there for?
I was there for, man, I want to say at least like 3.5 years,
Three and
damn
a half
near
years.
4 years, damn near.
Been there 4 years, and you played football the whole time there.
Yep, I was there playing football, man. On a full ride as a strong safety. I ended up tearing my Achilles.
Oh, that's the worst. That's the Kobe Bryant joint.
Bruh, I tore my Achilles at practice.
Oh, that's the worst.
Hey, it
Dang,
was a
dang.
sad day,
They said
bruh.
when you tore your Achilles, you thought somebody kicked you.
Like somebody just cut your shit, bruh. Like just was just like sit down. Yeah, it was horrible.
How long is that process? 6 to 8 weeks. So that's longer than that, huh?
The recovery process was like damn near
It's
almost like 6 to 8.
6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it felt like a year, but for sure it was like 6 to 8. But when you like babying something, because you want to make sure,
Right.
it took a long time for me to get my confidence back. So that's why I feel like it took longer than what it actually was.
When you
Uh,
when you tore, was it just like? Did you make an awkward movement? Or was this like like as an awkward football step, or did you make like a regular football play and it just still?
A regular route, I was running the post. I was on the right side. So I'm going in, and yeah, I jumped up, caught the ball, came down, bruh, and it just felt like my foot went through the ground.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened, but I could tell you what happened the day before. I was on Lake Logan. I was wakeboarding, and I could tell you what I was doing 2 weeks before that. I was in Hawaii, doing everything you could possibly do on that island. So
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for practice.
Right,
I
right,
wasn't
right,
coming
right.
how I should have been coming.
Right,
And,
right,
and
right.
I got in trouble for coming back to camp late. They wanted me back
Oh,
early.
you out here partying?
Yeah, but
going
this is like my
stupid.
second year. You feel me?
right,
Like, hey, I ain't
I'm
coming.
big dog on campus. Come on,
Hey.
man. Y'all know me from last year. Come
Low
on.
key.
You know what I'm
That's how I
saying?
was feeling.
Yeah, but coach
but
wasn't feeling
he
that.
still got on me for that.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, yeah, I don't even wear earrings no more, damn near, because of bro. Whenever I came to practice, he was always like, take them out. I damn near stopped wearing them ever since, bro, because it became a habit, just reflex.
Damn.
So now it's less like a holiday family event. I'm putting them on because I'm representing.
For
You
sure.
feel me? But New
Damn.
Mexico was dope, bro. The experience playing ball was dope. I wasn't the best one in my position, so I was able to learn a lot.
Right.
And it's always cool to be around people who are more excelled or more advanced than you in different areas, because then you're able to absorb that knowledge and you feel me and apply it to your game. So being there in that position helped. Coming back from that injury, after surgery, I got my what happened? What happened? I came back and I started playing, bro. You know, but I
Mm.
didn't get that PT that I wanted. So that's why I was saying, like, it took a while for me to get my confidence back. I'm always used to popping my shit and being the fastest person out there, trying
Right.
to really compete when it
Right,
comes to
and then
speed and
you blew
stuff.
one of your wheels out. So like that's where you get niggas at. So it's like, all right, all right,
I
all
got
right.
humbled. I got
Facts.
humbled. You know,
Facts. No, because even what you were saying, that's a humbling thing to even say, because it even takes a certain type of mindset, and that's probably hindsight looking back at it 2020. But it takes a certain type of mindset to even be like humble enough to be like, damn, I might have not been the best at my position, but I learned so much throughout this whole process that I'm able to take it and put this shit in places now that I probably wouldn't have if it didn't go that way, type shit.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's super dope. I commend you for that. Cause you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I feel you. I was a little arrogant motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga,
Yeah. Hey,
make a nigga
so
fall and step back up and do the same thing again. I got a wide open layup. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying?
on the plus side of that injury happening, I was able to get my academics back on track and graduate on time.
Oh,
So much
blessing in
that, you know,
disguise
I
type
was
shit.
able like to start my master's program before I even knew I was coming back out here to Cali.
Right.
So that minor setback put me in a position for a major comeback. So everything happens for a reason.
Hell yeah, bro. That's what's up. So that's a perfect segue. So now we here in Reading. What do you think about this place, man?
This place is hot.
It's hot.
It's hot as hell outside.
Oh yeah, hot. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
cool
yeah,
in
yeah.
here, you know.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, it
Yeah,
is. It
it's
is
cool.
fucking scorching.
Yeah,
About
but it's hot as
8 months out of the year is fucking scorching out this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
We ain't
saying?
in summer just yet, but you feel me? It's just typically it's always hot outside, you know. So that's, man, if you're coming up here, you better be known for that. Another thing, you know, I learned about being up here for real is like, you know, this is true Northern California. You know, the Bay, that's like getting to Northern California on the way. When you think of northern places, you got hills and mountains and stuff like
Right,
that.
for
So
sure.
that's what I learned. Like, you feel me? You driving up to Humboldt, you know, you driving through places like, you know, like, you know, Ukiah, you know, just uh,
You say
Del Norte,
Eureka?
Eureka, yep, that's up there, Humboldt. That's true Northern California. That's at the top, you know.
Mm.
So, but man, being back out here, bruh, it's amazing at the same time because everything is in proximity. We got a beach that way, we got mountains that way. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
you kind of got an array of everything. You know,
Yeah, you can
we
kind
kind
of
of
do what you want.
spoiled.
Yeah, no, for sure. The only thing is just gotta get that bag up. That's the only thing. And it's a good place to get your bag up too. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
hold
if
you.
you doing your thing,
Yeah,
that's what comes with it.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. It's different. It's different. But I like this little spot. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
hold
it's
you.
low key. You know, it's a good place to be out the way, like you said, at the same time and get right.
Right,
So
exactly. You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
feel you. I feel you.
All right, man. Let's talk in the loop, man. Let's talk your brand, man. Your baby. You went like you said, you one of the CEOs of In the Loop. Let's give a shout out to your other CEO. What's his name?
Oh yeah, my dog Jordan here in New Mexico right now.
Shout out
Up
to
there in
Jordan. You feel
Ruidoso.
me? Yeah, I'm assuming you met him in school.
Yeah, we met in school. Yeah, shout out Jordan. You know, I know you're watching this right now. You see, is this some new stuff that just dropped about like a week ago now?
For sure, for sure.
We have to put it on. We represent
That's
as
dope,
much
bro.
as we
That's dope.
can.
Fucking So when was this established? How long you been running?
It's about to be going on 4 years, three, soon. Like legitimately,
Mm,
it'll be going on like two. You know, but the idea, the business, the motion of it was started about 3.5, 4 years ago.
that's dope.
We got the brand patent. You know, we got it trademarked.
Mm.
Uh, you know, the logo trademarked, so we can slap down anything, make money off of it. If somebody use it, we could come after them if if it's worth it.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course, of
so
course, of course.
yeah, man, it all started, with these right here, with glasses. I was out in New Mexico doing my thing,
Yeah, those
looking.
some in the loop shades right there.
Nah, these was a part of another business I was doing. It was called G7 Eyewear. If you want to check them out,
Yeah, let me check these
you know.
out.
So what I was doing with that initially was,
G7 eyewear.
I was trying to stay proactive while I was hurt.
You
While I was had my torn Achilles. I was like, I'm so used to having motion, interacting. So I was like, I need to find something to do with myself and my time. So let me apply my creativity to something that that can be marketable, that could be useful, worth my time. And I could make some money possibly. So G7 Eyewear was started through the process during that injury as well.
Okay.
So when I came back out here, my homie was like, bro, you doing your thing. Jordan, he hit me up. He was like, I want to go into business with you. Let's do something.
Right. Yeah, let's
I'm
collab
like,
on something.
cool.
Yeah. Bring like-mindeds come together. Yeah.
I'm like, what you want to do? He like, I don't know. I'm like, it's whatever. We'll chop game up in a few days.
Yeah, and it be like that sometimes. Sometimes you just know you want to work with a motherfucker. It's like, I don't know what we're going to do yet, bro, but we're going to do something.
Yeah, he didn't know what he wanted to do. He just know he wanted to do something with me. You
Right.
feel me? And I just wanted to have some more motion. I wanted to do something fresh at that time too.
Facts.
To be honest, I was like, I wanted to switch it up, but I wanted to like the same aspect of marketing and branding something, an item, a product.
For sure.
So yeah, I was at work out here at this place I was working at. It's called Ember Valley, and I was in there with one of the homies, Mike. He's a lead. He was a lead. Was he a lead at the time? I think he was just a coworker with me at the time. And then he now he's a lead cultivator there. But I was in there, bro, and I was like, us being in here, we knowing what's going on before we hit the streets, we in the loop. Period. And so he looked at me, he from SAC, so he already hip to what's going on. He already knew
That's
that.
hard.
He was like, that's game.
That's hard.
Yeah, so
Put me in the game,
I hit
coach.
up bro that following night. I was like, bro, in the loop. And instantly, when that's your homie, thought I did, they gonna run with it. So he was like, bet. And then we had to just think of something to brand it as, like what are we going to symbolize this movement, this what we're trying to do. So it took
Turn
a minute.
It into a lifestyle.
We started drawing, and we're not the best artists when it comes to putting the pen to the pad and, making a picture. So it was rough, but then eventually, we scribbled something out, and I gave it to one of my other coworkers. His name is Anthony. He was a lead at the time possibly, but now he up there at Ember Valley. He put it on a shirt. We came up with the I came up before the logo I gave to Anthony was an infinity sign. And I told him to put in the loop, in the infinity sign, and what that's gonna, I'm not just telling him what to do. I'm telling him like what this is meaning, what this is representing, why you're doing it.
Right.
So he not just slapping on there like, here, bro. Like, all right, bro, this is, this shit means something. Somebody, I'm finna go ahead and do my thing. So, I'm telling them like, boom, we finna use this infinity sign because, it's steady motion. It's infinitely going,
You're forever in the loop.
It's infinite. So we're gonna put them words in it to symbolize that motion, and symbology is everything nowadays. You ain't gotta put the words under an apple for you to put the picture of an apple to understand what it is.
Right.
It's symbology. Just like we all know what a hat is, you don't have to write it out. You know what a cat is, you don't have to write it out. So the infinity sign, it's motion. Just sticking to that aspect of symbology, so we're like, we're gonna use this infinity sign because it's familiar. Put the words in it so we can, tie that together. Gave it to bruh. He whipped 2 shirts up, had one sold that week. I still got the other one because you got to hold on to the originals. But, it still did what it had to do as far as, like, giving us that inspiration, motivation to keep going.
Right.
So once I gave that idea back to my bro Jordan, ate it up. We've been running with it ever since, and it's been a journey.
That's super dope. Now y'all 4 years in, almost. You said 4 years
Right.
in with the idea. You said 2 years in legal. Where y'all got y'all stuff together. That's dope, bro. And y'all got some fire stuff. I be rocking y'all stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean. And I was lucky to be a part of actually one of your shoots.
Yeah.
So
You did some shoots with me with Kiati and ADG. Yeah, y'all been supporting, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
For sure.
And that's kind of also what this represents. It's just interacting, staying involved, being
Facts.
supportive, being resilient, against all odds,
Facts.
overcoming, getting together. You feel me? And
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure
you
me and
feel me?
Gabriel
Going
in
through
the
the game.
beginning episodes, me
Hey,
and Gabriel both wore some
we
interlude
going
merch.
through it the game from it, man. You feel me?
For sure.
And so that's one of the slogans I tie in with the logo, because that's also what this means. You just keep going. You're gonna get to where you gotta go as long as you don't run out of gas.
I know that's right. Shit, I know that's right. All right, man. Let's take a quick break and we'll come right back to it. You know what I'm saying?
I bet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back from the break real quick. Had to take a little tinkle time out. You know what I'm saying? But we back on our bullshit. Right. Back on our bullshit. Actually, before we get into some bullshit, there's one thing I want to ask you. D, what's some of your influences growing up? Like, someone you looked up to that you were just like, dang, I want to model myself after this person. I mean, it could be somebody local. It could be somebody. It could be a fucking celebrity. It could be anybody.
Shit. My mom.
Oh, you know, hey, that's
You feel me?
it be like that, bro. I feel the same
Yeah,
way.
Mom Dukes. You feel me? She always been the person I aspire to be like. You feel me? Because she's so resilient. You feel me? She's always done her thing. She's always been able to provide. She's always just been like the dopest person in my life. You feel me?
Right,
So if it's
for sure.
anybody, I would say I would aspire to be like. It'd be like my mom. Yo, she raw. You feel me?
Hell yeah. Nah, I feel you. I feel you in the same way.
If we talking about within the lines of like sports, I would say someone like a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant. Those are definitely people that I watched growing up that definitely motivated me to want to up my game on the court.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, nah,
Like
that's for sure.
everybody else.
No, that's for sure.
You know?
I mean, I was a LeBron James, Chris Paul.
Okay.
When it came to basketball, LeBron James, Chris Paul.
Yeah.
But I'm more of a facilitator though, so that's what I do. I throw, like I set this whole shit up for success every time. You know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
played basketball growing up?
Yeah. I
That's
played
what's up,
basketball all
that's
the way
what's
to
up.
college. You feel me? So,
I played basketball too, heavy, bro. Like that was my thing, bro. Feel me? Because I wasn't the tallest, so I just had to, I had to use my speed to get ahead.
oh, that same
You
way.
feel
Same
me?
way. In my
Uh,
brain, that's what I did. Just IQ, high IQ,
Right.
and yeah, for sure. And making open shots. Like that gets you so far. You know what I'm saying? Making your open shots, making free throws. You know what I'm saying? If I'm
Communication.
yeah. And defense. I'm locking shit down.
Yeah, you gotta have good defense.
Yeah,
Defense
you
wins
feel me?
championships.
Exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
What awards you won? You like won any awards like other than like you got any rings or anything like that?
Nah, no, I didn't
Excuse
win
me.
any
Shit.
I didn't win any state championships in high school. Came pretty close, I believe. I think we made it to the semifinals one year, if I'm not mistaken. But nah, I didn't win any rings in high school. But that was nice though.
Yeah, we was close to winning the ring. We went undefeated out here. We lost our last game, like the championship game, but we went undefeated out of league in that championship game, bruh. Sad day. Yeah, so I ain't got no rings. Hella medals and trophies and shit from.
I definitely averaged a double my junior senior year, for sure.
What's this up?
At least 10 and 10. You know what I mean? 10 points, 10 assists at least. You know what I mean? But hell yeah, bro. For sure. All right, let's switch it up a little bit, bro. All right, when it come to women, right? How do you like your women? You like your women like more traditional or more modern?
I like my girl to be. I ain't got no type. You feel me? It's the only thing that I like.
No, but no, no, that's for sure. But I mean, any type of woman could fall into this. So I mean, like
Yeah.
traditional and modern. I mean, like modern is like how you want your girl to be as successful as you, or do you want your girl to be? And that's more like the modern thing. Or do you want the traditional is she stay home with the kids, she handles that stuff at the house. You know what I'm saying? And you go out and you be the breadwinner and you take care of everything else. How like how do you like to look at it?
Yeah, I like the modern aspect, but I feel like that to me, my modern is traditional. And just in my head, is like just simple. Just As long as like the basics are checked off, we can spice things up later.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that. I respect that. Um, top three red flags.
Bad teeth.
Bad teeth. Oh, for
Smell.
sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
If you smell.
So hygiene, that could be one.
Yeah. So hygiene. Hygiene is definitely one. You gotta have goals. So like, you know, morals.
So
you
if they
gotta
lack
have.
ambition, that could be a second one.
Yeah, lack of ambition.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta have some type of tradition. Like you don't have to have that. You don't have to have the heaviest cultural background, but you gotta be able like to know how to represent yourself in like the best manner and tone as far as where it come from, as far as like when it comes from where you come from. You feel me? So yeah, you gotta have some cultural, not the heaviest cultural background, but have some tradition.
Just some
Family oriented background.
some respect and wherewithal.
A family oriented background.
Okay, yeah,
because that's what I come from. So I would say like that's something that's definitely a priority for me. Yeah, so hygiene,
lack of ambition.
Yeah, you gotta have goals,
tradition.
and then you gotta have you gotta be family oriented.
Okay.
That's like for sure.
Okay.
Wait. You gotta ask me if three things I don't like.
Yeah, that's top three. Yeah, I said red flags.
Oh, red flags. My bad, cause I said yeah.
Those three would be fine.
If you ain't family oriented,
bad hygiene,
that's out.
if you're not family oriented,
Yeah.
and if you lack ambition,
Yeah.
those three red flags. All right, I'm staying away from you. I'm staying away from you. I could tell what you about to be, girl. A fucking headache. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
All right. Fuck. Let's give it. Hey, fellas in the back, help me out. I'm about to give him a marry, fuck, kill. Give me a horrible one. All right, Roseanne. You know who Roseanne is?
The actor.
Yeah, Roseanne. Who else we got? Martha Stewart.
Come on now. That's crazy.
Come on, give me something else. A woman.
In what category?
Yeah, old woman.
This is wild, bro. You need
I
to,
give you a good one. Angela Bassett. I give you a good one.
I'm gonna marry her, bro. But you gotta switch the whole lineup.
Nah. All right, so you gonna marry Angela Bassett? Who you fucking then? There's
I'm gonna marry Angela Bassett. Come on, bro. That's out. Cause
come on.
see, if this was like, you feel me?
I'll let you give me
where
one.
you
I'll let
drink
you give
to
me
pass
one.
it, I would pass.
I'll let you give me one afterwards.
Nah, I ain't gonna do you like that because I'm gonna try to do you dirty.
Yeah, and I gotta answer.
Bro, that's out.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I'm marrying Angela Bassett for sure. Come on, I think that's like.
All right, so I'm just gonna think about it. So
what you gonna do?
that means he gonna crack.
What would you do?
Gonna crack Martha Stewart.
This is what he'll do.
He gonna crack Martha Stewart, and then he gonna kill Roseanne. That's what he would have did. He gonna marry Angela Bassett. He gonna crack Martha Stewart, and then he gonna kill Roseanne.
Hey man,
See, look, I would have married Martha Stewart, cracked Angela
bro.
Bassett, and killed Roseanne. Because if I could marry Shorty and never have to crack.
Angela Bassett, wife and material. So
Angela Bassett, nice though.
No brainer.
OG with the thing on her back in the
Come
back.
on, man.
OG with
What's
the
next,
thing in the
family?
back.
What's next?
OG with the thing in the back. All right. Worst thing that's ever happened to you in a relationship?
Worst thing that's ever happened to me in a relationship?
Yeah, that's ever happened to you in a relationship.
I got cheated on. She made me cry. Yeah, I had a girl make me cry one time, bro.
I mean, it's just simple. Like that wasn't nothing crazy. Like just a good old cheat.
I have like normal relationships. I don't really have like crazy shit. I cut that out as soon as even people red flag, you out. You feel me? So I don't have a crazy relationships like that. But I would say, girl made me cry. She made me cry one time, cuz. Yeah, in her mom car.
I mean, I'll give you funny jokes.
I was young.
For me.
I was young. I was hella young.
So I
She had dumped me. I gotta give you the background. You think I was gonna stop and just let you know?
I give her the background. Give her the background.
Yeah, bro. She called me cheating on Facebook.
Oh, she called you cheating first.
Yeah, but it wasn't just any cheat though.
So that wasn't a cheat. That was a cheat
young.
back.
Let me tell you, I was young, so I'm doing dumb shit. So you feel me? I think she had caught me messing around with not messing around, but messaging other girls. Mm-hmm. On like our anniversary. This is back young when like anniversaries was like big. Like I'm not super
anniversaries
big on
are still big to this
I
day.
mean, unless you get married, family.
I mean, it's still big.
Marriage is like that for me, that would be a big one. But like, you know, like an anniversary or trip or, you know, traditional thing. But like the dates that you got, you know, together. For me personally, back then I was heavy on them. So, you know, as a kid, the girl I was with, she was not having that. So she had dumped me after a basketball game. Still taking me home from after we played. I'm sure we won, and she dumped me that night because she went through my Facebook somehow. And you know this a long time ago if I'm talking about the book.
Yeah, you going to Facebook. Nah, I mean, you still. I mean, nah, we a little older, nigga. Niggas be on. That's when niggas sometimes get their shit off on the book.
I mean, yeah, you can find out what's going on in the you know, in the community, in your environment and stuff like that. But personally, I don't be on there unless it's for work.
Yeah, I feel you.
Personally.
But damn, so she went through your shit on the book, caught you on some shit.
Yep, and I love that girl too. I ain't finna say her name, give her no clout or anything like that.
Yeah,
if she know the situation, she know who she is, you know. But I love that girl. But you know what? I'm a heartbreaker. So before she heard me, it's because I heard her. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Look, all right. So look, that's some light shit. I don't think I ever said this story on.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you right now. I don't know if I ever said this story on camera or not, but it's a good one. So I was fucking with this stripper bitch, and now real rap. That was my little. Actually, she wasn't a stripper at first. You feel me? She's my little rider, little bitch. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then she started stripping. You feel what I'm saying? She was bringing the bread home to me every night, my nigga.
Okay.
Running a bag up. So I'm like, damn, this little bitch getting to a bag.
So you fell in love with her?
No. I mean, I did. It's some street shit though.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the streets, like moving around. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely love that little bitch. You feel me? At the time,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, or what I thought was love, my little congested. You know what I mean? Warped version of love. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She running the bag up though, right? I'm like, damn, how this little bitch doing that? I don't even know. I'm going to flip it every night. She coming home like 1,500, $2,000. I'm like, I'm loving this shit, right? Then I find out
You ain't loving her. You love what she doing.
no, I fuck with her too because before she was stripping, she was in the mix with me.
Because you ain't tell me nothing that she done for you in a way that I would feel that what that someone.
No, that was my little. No, I'm about to tell you, that was my little ride ass bitch, bro. She'll drive me dolo. Sometimes my niggas don't even want to slide. She'll drive me dolo to go rob a nigga. Leave the car running right here. I'll be right back, babe. I'm sprinting back to the car with pounds in my hand, nigga. Hop in the whip. She pull right off. Type
right.
of shit. Just me and her. That's what I'm saying. Nah, she's my little ride ass bitch.
Right.
She just
years ago.
Yeah, years ago. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, you know what I mean? Fucking, I found out the way she was making so much bread, she was selling pussy. Yeah. Yo, and then when I found out, I was hurt for a little bit. I was like, it hit like I got shot in the side. I was like, but then I was like, all right, but she's still gonna go get that bread though. I'm just ain't gonna fuck no more. And I just let her get the bread. We was fucking with each other for another like 6 months after that. And we just had threesomes if I did fuck.
Okay. Hey.
Wild John.
Yeah, like I said, you know, my relationships is normal. Once I see some wild shit, it's gone. Check it out.
That's different when you're in the mix. You in that mix, you feel me? All right. What's the worst thing you've ever done in a relationship?
Cheated on a girl.
Nah, how though? You
Right,
you just said like
I got you, bro.
it was your.
I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, you got
I got
give
you.
credence
I broke up with a girl on her birthday one time.
on her birthday.
Yeah, I had valid reasons. Yeah.
all right. What? Nigga you gonna say something else? Say something else.
You feel me? She just
valid. All right. Give me one. Valid one. So give me one.
She just was,
give me
and
one.
I was young too.
Yeah,
you feel me? I was young. I was
being
hella
young is a valid reason, right there.
Yeah. I just found out that like she was like for the streets.
Oh yeah. It be like that sometimes.
I was young. You feel me? So I was like, oh, you think you got one up on me? Okay. How many days we got? Oh yeah. Checkmate.
Which I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
You're speaking in too much code.
You asked me what was the worst thing I did.
Yeah.
I left her on her birthday.
Oh, you broke it up on her birthday?
I left her on her b-day.
That's the worst thing.
I mean,
That ain't bad. She cheated on you, nigga. That was some grace. I would fuck all her friends on her birthday.
I mean, that's off camera convos. You know, I mean, shit happen all the time.
Yeah, I would crack all her friends.
But
on
that
her
was
birthday.
I mean, I was like low key me being bro. Like I said, I was young. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I was like, I was like my way. Yeah. I mean, I can't, like I said, I was wild young enough. I growing up, so I broke hearts, often. So that was that. I can't really say that was the worst, even though that's probably one of the worst things you could do to a female is break her heart. You feel me? At the end of the day, So other than that, I just remember one time, that's how I had to do somebody, because I got the scoop.
Left her on her birthday.
Yeah.
Y'all had plan. Did you already had plans set up before that too? Like she thought y'all was going somewhere, and you was just like, no,
Right.
this isn't what you think it is. Baby.
Right. Right. Right.
Oh, he's a cold man.
Yeah, I was young.
He was a cold man. You were supposed to still take her out. No,
Nah.
you wasn't. No, you wasn't. I was kidding. All right. Money or love?
Love. I'm a lover boy. I grew up with my moms. I know what love is. Love is
All right.
priceless.
Let me say it in this way. Money as in, would you rather be able to make 10 million and not find true love with a companion? Not your mom. Your mom still loves you. Or would you rather be able to find the love of your life and live a low income life?
I would live a regular ass life if I found true love.
No, I said low income life.
Low income, regular, same difference,
No, it's not the same.
I mean,
Like low income. I want this to be a key word.
low income.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, bro. I'll be in the trenches. You feel me? If I had true love, bro.
All right.
You feel me? Like I said, it's priceless, bro. It don't come every day.
You lying?
Nah, that's not cap.
All right.
That's not cap, bro. You think I don't? Money is not the only thing.
No, I think I would probably do the same thing. I haven't been there before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been there, done it on the ground. After all that, this is what
Hey, when a lot of people become successful or get to where they going, they sometimes reflect on the past, and and so much that they reminisce for so long, and so heavy that it's like they wish that they were still there. So sometimes the best times is when you in the trenches, just up. You feel me?
Yeah,
Before you
sure.
even get to all that popularity and glamour, the fun happened at the bottom too.
Yeah, I had a lot of the most times I had fun when I was broke. But I also had a lot of fun too, now that I got some bread too. But I had a lot, we had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun and
you ain't gotta have a lot of money to have a lot of fun, bro.
Yo, there was a lot of fun and a lot of bitches around with no bread around.
I swear to God, my bad.
Look, he got triggered, real rap. Back in the day when I was on my come up, bro, I
Yeah.
remember that. Then niggas
You
started.
just gotta have a plan,
Then the
bro.
niggas
You
started
gotta have a
getting- then
plan,
the
the
niggas
right
started getting
people.
some bread, and then
You be like,
what? Oh,
Hey, you got a good plan and you got the right people, almost anything is possible.
money or loyalty?
Loyalty.
Yeah, me too. Loyalty all day,
Yeah,
all day.
most
'Cause I ain't-
definitely, bro.
yeah, all
As
day.
much
'Cause
as
I
you
don't-
want
I
to
can't-
attain that money, you ain't gonna be able to keep it if you don't have anybody loyal around you.
Exactly. All right, if you could change something about your current life situation right now, what would it be?
My location.
Location, where would you rather be?
Rather be on the beach, on the coast. Beachside, chilling. Come on now, like.
You
I'd
think you
rather-
would be if
so
you
you
if
ain't
you had the
gotta,
beach
like-
next to you every day? Do you think you would work as hard?
I mean, I work to get there, so I think I wouldn't change my work ethic. I would,
Okay.
I don't think I would change my work ethic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, two abstract questions before we go into some quick hits. Do you believe in life after death?
Sure,
And do you believe in heaven and hell?
sure.
Okay. All right. LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan.
Boo. E40 or Too Short?
Too short.
Okay. Snowboarding or clothing line?
Like, which one do I enjoy
Yeah.
more on the weekend would be snowboarding.
No, there's no.
You
No,
know?
if you had to pick one.
Well, the clothing line allows me to do the things I love to do, which includes snowboarding. So I would say the clothing line.
Clothing line. Ass or tits?
Asman.
Ass man. Motherfucker. Brains or beauty?
Brains. Off top.
All right. Would you rather be able to achieve generational wealth in your life, or bring back 2 family members?
Bring back them 2 family members.
Okay. Would you rather be able to fuck again or be rich and not be able to fuck?
Be rich and not be able to.
Be rich and not be able to fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Flats or drums?
All flats.
All flats. Liquor or weed?
Don't drink and drive. So no liquor.
I mean, you still get the same charge if you smoke weed and drive.
Yeah, that's understandable, but I said what I said. You know, don't drink and drive, yo.
Okay. You guys can read between the lines there. Sativa or indica?
Indica. In the couch, on the couch. Fuck your couch.
Cool. All right. That was just some quick hits. And then before we get out of here, I always like to end it with some
That's old school song we used to listen to. It's called Fuck Your Couch.
random question generator here. We just pull up this thing here. Just have some fun here. Whatever pops up. It's usually pretty cool. All right.
What number podcast is this, bro?
I stopped doing that because I kept lying to the people.
You lost count.
It's like
Yeah.
13, 14.
Probably 14. APOC was 11.
Bucky was 12.
Bucky's 12. 13 would be George, and then he would be. Yep. All right. Yeah. Cool. What weird food combinations do you like?
Weird food combinations. When I was young in elementary school, I used to put ketchup on my macaroni.
Ketchup on macaroni and cheese?
Is that weird?
On macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah, it was like cafeteria mac, so it was already different.
Oh, I guess that goopy shit.
It was already different, but nowadays, like a weird combo, I could go for something that somebody would probably think is weird. Is like I could still eat like hot Cheetos and cream cheese.
I've never heard of that one, but that sounds like some pregnant shit.
That's all right. Yeah, hot Cheetos and cream cheese, bro. It's hot Cheetos. It's like a snack I grew up on eating. So.
Oh no, hot Cheetos for sure. That's always been. But you
Yeah, or like Lay's and Tapatio. It's like kind of like the
Lay's
same
and
concept.
Tapatio?
You never had that, bro?
No, bro.
Come on, bro. You gotta tap in. You gotta check it out.
I'm gonna fuck with you.
You like spicy shit?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, like ghost pepper. You know?
I'm not going stupid.
Yeah, I ain't really doing all like the challenges and stuff.
Yeah, but I ain't
but I
going
like
too
spicy
stupid.
food.
I like spicy food too. Yeah.
When I went to New Mexico, one thing I learned there was like they had like fire ass peppers, so they spice was like different and it was hitting. Like all they chili, the green chili. I haven't had too much experience with the red chili because I was always eating the green, and so that's like kind of where I got like my taste and love for like spicy food when I was out there in New Mexico. When I came back out here, I learned it's different. You know, the spice is different, you know, like amongst different cultures, regions, you know, across different, even like religions and like families. Everybody like different type of spice and stuff like that. I don't like stuff that like burn my tongue and is overwhelming, but a good spice, you feel me?
Yeah, I like to keep my shit on like a like at least like under like a 4 and under on the Scoville.
I don't know all that, but
You know what I'm saying?
but like you eat pho.
Pho?
Pho.
Oh yeah, pho. Yeah.
Yeah, they spell it PHO like
Yeah,
pho,
yeah.
but it's pho.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, my girl Asian, we eat all
I
that
wasn't. I didn't really like it at first, but then I realized that's what all them spices is for. So if you ever If you ain't never had pho before, try it, and you gotta put all the spices in it. But I don't use the eel or the oyster or the fish sauce, cause that's not the flavors I'm going for. You know, if I want fish, I'm gonna eat some fish. You know, put that in my stuff. So I learned I didn't like it at first, but then when I put all the spices in it, you know, except those ones, it was hitting ever since, bro. You feel me? So we have pho like once a week. You know, it's regular now, but it's really like a delicacy.
Yeah, that
You
shit
know,
good.
so. But yeah, that shit fire.
What's something that you've never done but would like to try?
Skydiving.
Skydiving.
What about you? You jumping out? You fuck it.
Nah, I don't think I'm doing skydiving. That might be something I do like when I'm closer to death,
Oh.
and I'm probably start having like a fixation with death.
Yeah,
When I
my
get close.
brother,
Right now, I have no fixation or desire to ever know what that wants to.
one of my eldest brothers, Rail, he went skydiving. He got a picture of him skydiving. That shit look fun as hell, bruh. And then also, one of my coworkers I work with, Nazi, she went skydiving as well, bro. And then both of them, they
You went skydiving?
both
You
of
did it?
them,
You jumped out? Oh,
this charisma that they have like with their life is like, bro, I've experienced like life to the fullest. So it's like it's just another part of like being humble and, you know, appreciating this, you know, this experience. So it's on the list even though it's crazy.
Would you rather be the smartest moron or the dumbest genius?
I'd rather be the dumbest genius. So
Yeah,
if I'm
same.
the dumbest genius around other geniuses, at least I can.
Be smarter than the average man.
Yeah, I want to be a moron at the end of the day, bro. You probably won't be lasting, won't be here much long. You know, I'd rather be the dumbest genius. Is that what it is?
Smartest moron or dumbest genius?
Yeah, dumbest genius.
Yeah, I'd rather be dumbest genius.
Yeah, I got some genius in me. You know, I'm tapping into it. It might take a while.
What's your biggest 3 priorities right now?
My biggest 3 priorities right now is definitely my health. That's one thing I always put as a top priority because health is wealth. You know, the next thing I would say is family. You know, after waking up, making sure, you know, I'm getting rid of cotton mouth by getting hydrated with some H2O. You know, to revitalizing the body.
H2O.
I'm tapping in with Mom Dukes. You know, I'm hitting the group chat with all my siblings. You know, top of the morning, grand risings. You know, so yeah, health, family. After that, I would say my third one would be, you know, the bag. Everything falls under that. You know, just getting active. You know, handling business. You know, accomplishing the goals that I set out for on a daily basis, whether it's short term or long term. You know, revising old notes that I've jot down. You know, I'm an avid note taker. You know, referring back to books that I've already read and taking a hack at some of the books that I've opened and I still need to finish. You know, so that all falls under the umbrella for getting the bag for me. Just getting to it after I check on my family, my health. Just get to the bag.
Okay. It's a zombie apocalypse just happened.
Yeah.
Which family member you know is not gonna make it?
That's cold. Which family member ain't gonna make it? What kind of question, Dawg? Who ain't gonna make it?
This one wasn't on there. That was mine. I just thought off my head.
Who ain't gonna make it? It gonna be somebody that's like super argumentative and they just don't listen, you know. I would say, you know, I don't know which family member in particular that is. You know, I ain't trying to throw anybody under the bus or anything like that. So I would probably say, sorry, my little sis probably won't make it. She don't listen.
I think
She don't listen, bruh.
I think my
I love her. I'll try to save her. All right, bruh, but she don't listen. Feel me? So I would say yeah. Cuz.
it'd probably be my cousin Teddy.
Yeah.
My cousin Teddy. He old. He a little older.
Yeah.
Cousin Teddy was on Jerry Springer.
What was wrong? Like, why won't he make it? Like, what is enabling him from surviving?
Yeah.
I'm saying cooperation from a family
He
member.
cockeyed.
Oh, he can't see.
Did he ever tell you about that experience?
Nah. I was trying to find it though so I could show niggas. That shit is hilarious though. Oh my! And just quick sidebar. I know a bitch that went to my school. She graduated the same year as me and shit. She was on Jerry Springer.
Damn.
Huh?
What's your school producing out there, bro?
What does that have to do? That's one person.
I guess.
Is it?
Oh wait. Never
The other one was my uncle. My cousin.
That's still crazy. You know, two people that were on that.
Yeah, that shit crazy. That shit crazy.
You ever thought about going into TV or like Hollywood? You know that industry, acting. Cause you're like you're a personable person. You have a
You did do a commercial.
inviting personality that feels like marketable.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think I could. I think I would probably do best in roles that are.
Funny movie or scary movie?
I could probably do both. Probably.
What you want your debut to be?
Debut would have to be a funny movie because I feel like any black person who's debuted in a scary movie. I mean,
Come on.
yeah.
What?
What? I mean, I don't know how long.
What you saying?
I don't know how long.
You don't think you gonna like last the whole duration of the movie alive?
Oh, definitely not that. We definitely not lasting the whole duration of the movie. I already know that.
That's
You know what I'm
crazy,
saying? Hopefully,
bro.
I make it to the second hour of the movie.
We in 2025, bro. So all those those old skeptics and stigmas, bro.
Oh no,
It's out the
racism is fresh
window,
and back
bro.
right now.
We in the movie from start to end. Matter of fact,
Real rap, racism.
we the
is
main
fresh and back
characters. We
right
can't
now.
die, dog. But nah, a scary movie would be dope. You feel me? Funny movie would be dope, bro.
I'd do like an action movie.
Action movie.
I had to be like a superhero, so like a little sprinter or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah, I'd probably be a dope like
I can see you playing Hancock, bro.
Hancock.
Like you motherfuckers don't even know I'm a superhero. I've been saving the world the whole time, and y'all don't appreciate me.
I can see like a power type of movie.
Power.
Yeah, like, but I was thinking more some like
serious.
like some type of agent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like a dirty agent. Yeah, right. I sell bricks and I kill
Okay.
kill criminals. You know what I'm saying?
All right, is that Power?
And-
I ain't watched Power, bro.
But it would be power. I just gotta, and then I run for mayor.
Is
so
that BMF?
I'll make it power. I'll make it power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
make
they
it.
gave you like a cop role. Like you had to like some Will Smith shit. Like be
Oh, Bad Boys.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
Bad
you
Boys.
gonna be
Oh,
in
yeah,
for
I'll
sure,
probably be
bruh.
I'll
That's
probably
what
be
it
in that.
is.
That should probably be hilarious.
All right, what's up? What you got next for me, dog?
All right, let's do two more. What is something you wish you spent more time doing?
Well, first off, I wish I would have invested in the Bitcoin growing up, so like more time on the internet, not necessarily playing games, but like, learning about technology and the future of it.
Yeah.
I think that would have been cool. And then also like I wish I would have spent more time on the field, playing, the sports that I've been playing now, for the majority of my life. So I would have had that IQ before I initially came into the game, because I just had athleticism. I didn't necessarily have that IQ that they had initially, nor did I have that passion that they had. I was just super athletic. I love the camaraderie. I love traveling. I love dressing up and looking good on the field. I like, lifting weights, and staying active, So it took a while for that passion aspect to kick in because I was doing all this stuff based off athleticism. And I know that I can go to college if I play sports, basketball was my passion, so football came late. So since football came late, I didn't have that IQ. So I wish I would have got on the field a little bit earlier. That would probably made a difference.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Last one. Let's give it a good one. If you were stuck on a deserted island, 3 things you would like to have with you.
Some seeds, like assorted seeds of all different type of things that grow on an island, probably like a hatchet, I guess, like to cut down, shit like that, and also a weapon you could cut fish, whatever, with some type of, hatchet for sure, along with those assorted seeds, tropical seeds. A third one, the thing that converts water. What's it called?
Basically like a filter.
So yeah, those 3 things I think I could last for a minute.
Okay. All right, man.
Cause I'm gonna convert that water so I can use it on my seeds.
Makes sense.
Get that salt out, start growing.
All right, my brother, man. It's been another fucking amazing episode, man. We just in here vibing. You know what I mean? Smoked a little bit of herb, had a great time. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to say before we get on out of here, brother? Anything you got upcoming? Let them know about any drops you have upcoming. Where can they find you at? Your handles, and all that stuff. Okay? Tell people where you at.
Yeah, man. You know, you can find us at In the Loop Drip. You feel me? We dropping merch as much as possible. You know, we finna be stepping up our marketing here soon, so stay tuned. My handle is primetime77D. You know, I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity for coming on your platform.
Yeah, no problem,
You know,
brother. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
been an honor, bro.
this is cool. This is necessary. You know, and this is it's moving the culture forward in all type of ways, bro. So keep going. I appreciate you. Looking forward for the next sit down, dog.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you for coming, brother.
Likewise, G.
Yes, sir. All right, we up out of here, man. Another episode in the Raps, man. Tune in. Everybody have a good time. And you see I'm wearing my green because it's probably going to air somewhere around St. Patty's Day. So, you know what I mean? Y'all have a good time. Drink responsibly. And, yeah, don't drink and drive like my boy said.
Yes.